He was simply a janitor at mid-T. One day while I was mopping the floor, he took a quick look at a math problem, specifically some of the most difficult advanced Fourier equations in the world, and yet, he solved it effortlessly as task only a handful of people in the world can manage, some of whom are the Bell Prize winners. I posted the issue and then found the correct solution. He hurried over and asked, is 7z 2s pi 14 tortured 18 correct? Yes, that's right. Who did this? 22 wasn't me. 22 on a Nimesh. And no way, none of the top students in the class. Z14, I realized I had just uncovered a new genius, but no one could have ever guessed that this brilliant mind was a humble janitor. The professor had made a promise. Anyone who solves the equation will earn top academic credit, and their name would be etched into MIT history, a fame and fortune all in one. But it only took a day to get it done. Came to find out who had figured out the solution to the problem, but the enigmatic genius never appeared, so the professor presented a new challenge. He and a coworker created another problem. This one took them over 2 years to solve. They wrote it on the blackboard in the hallway, hoping that the genius would notice. That night, while teddying up, Will stumbled upon the new equation. Once again, he began to work on it, but this time the professor caught him in the act. Initially jotting down random thoughts on the board, he stormed in, furious and ready to intervene. Will caught sight of the professor and quickly dashed away. The professor chased him around the corner, but Will had disappeared. When he turned back to the board, the professor witnessed something that took his breath away. The correct answer is that Will had done again. It was nothing short of a miracle, but Will's brilliance didn't stop there. He had a near photographic memory. No math problem was too did school, but his home was packed with books, things that others had to read 5 times to understand. He could memorize it after just one glance, but for someone with such talent, Will wasn't earning much outside of his janitor job. He spent his days just goofing and off, no objectives, no plans, no future. After inquiring with others, the professor finally managed to track down Will, but by that time, Will had already been taken to court for assault. He didn't hire a lawyer because he didn't need one. He had memorized the legal codes sulfate and correlate, and represented opposing lawyer at a loss for words. It was obvious that this wasn't Will's first time appearing before a judge. Amazed, his admiration was clearly visible on his face. But this time, Will wasn't going to have it so easy. He was taken into custody. With a high bail he couldn't afford, that's when the professor stepped in to see what he was truly capable of. Out on bail under 2 conditions. First, the professor had to study advanced mathematics, and secondly, he needed to attend therapy sessions. Will really disliked the thought of going to see a therapist, but it's better than staying in jail. And soon Professor Justo Brilliant revealed just how impressive he truly was. He could solve complex problems in minutes. At times, quicker than the professor could keep up. With pride, the professor placed a hand on Will's shoulder, envisioning a bright future for this young man.